So, I live in Manhattan, and to some, this is all they know of New York City. With being just one of the 5 boroughs, money-making Manhattan is the center of our nation's economy and home to the most iconic sights. But just across the river, we have the borough of Brooklyn. Hey guys, so before I get into this video, I did want to just mention that I filmed everything over 2 months ago before the world went into lockdown, and I didn't get to necessarily finish filming everything I wanted to get, but with the footage I had, I still wanted to try and make this video, so hope you guys enjoy.
So, Manhattan is home to some of the most expansive real estate properties in the world. Part of the reason being that it's an island, it's in very high demand, and it's a pretty incredible place to live. But today, we are headed to Brooklyn, which is a much more affordable way to do New York City. And it's just a bike ride away.
Brett Conti. What are you doing in Brooklyn, man?
Okay, so we just made it here to Dillon's place here in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
That's right.
We're drinking kombucha because that's what you drink when you're here in Brooklyn, the hipster drink.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like 10% hipster, 10% Cherokee Indian.
So Dillon has lived here in Brooklyn for the past 8 years?
8 years, yeah, 8 years. I moved right out of high school. My brother had this apartment first, and I don't know, I had an opportunity to move out of Long Island and come to Brooklyn, so chasing the dream, as they say. My apartment is like 2 floors, and it's very spacious.
Yeah.
I have 7 people living in my apartment, but it's 2 floors, so you feel it.
Yeah. So compared to Manhattan, Brooklyn, you definitely get a better bang for your buck, and we're gonna show you Dillon's place right now since it just started raining. Let's go. Dillon's place is literally the epitome of a Brooklyn, New York City apartment. It's got the Keith Haring paintings on the floor right here, and then my favorite thing about the apartment, the half pipe.
The half pipe.
Dillon's place is pretty amazing. There's actually a lot of space, isn't too far from Manhattan, and has an overall vibe to it. Also, Brooklyn, in relation to Manhattan, is much more affordable. For a spot this big in Manhattan, it would probably be more than triple the price. But for me, right now, I personally love living in Manhattan way too much. From the noise to the chaos, it's what fuels me every day. But for some, they prefer to live just outside the concrete jungle where it's a lot more chill and spacious. So we just made it here to Prospect Park, and this is honestly my first time here and exploring, going around the park, and it does feel a lot like Central Park, but it's a bit more quiet, and I feel like there's a lot more locals. Would you say
definitely
so?
More locals, absolutely. Prospect Park's a little bit more southern Brooklyn, so if you were visiting New York, it'd be much easier for you to just stick to Central Park. But if you live in Brooklyn and you want to just kind of take a couple of miles south, you get this huge park that is very Central Park vibes, but it kind of feels more at home, and it's beautiful. I mean, we've got all these swans flying around, and it's like the first sunny day in Brooklyn in a while, and I'm happy to be out here. I love Brooklyn.
No, those are geese, not swans. But
I'm just a kid from Brooklyn, man. I don't know animals, you know. It could be a duck. I don't know.
duck, goose, swan.
It's a duck. It's a goose. It's a swan. It flies. Who cares? It's Brooklyn, all right.
Brooklyn, Manhattan, just New York City in general, this time of year is the best time to visit. Today is the first nice day of 2020. It's only 55 degrees, but 55 degrees in early March, it's like being 75 degrees in normal spring. This is where everyone's so happy to get outside. Right now, Prospect Park is just filled with so many people running around, playing in the parks, on the fields, and, you know, Dillon and Brett on their Super 73s.
Yo, this is like the happiest I've been in months.
Dillon, how does it feel to know that that poodle is a better soccer player than you.
I don't know. I think I could take him, man.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty fast.
Yeah, he's quick. Okay, yeah, he's better than me. That was pretty sick. Look at him. He's holding the soccer ball.
Yeah, don't worry. That thing could take me too.
Yeah.
One of the best things about Brooklyn is you get the view of Manhattan. For Brooklyn tour guide video number 2, we're gonna have to find out the name of this spot. Check this out.
It's a water tower turned into a bar.
That's Brooklyn for you. So we just made it here to the White Hotel, and this is a great place to get a coffee or a cocktail and have an amazing view of Manhattan. And also, if you come, you have to ask for the best bartender in the world, Dylan.
Salute. A special guest, so you get the prettier one.
Ooh, look at that.
Brett Conti, welcome to Brooklyn. Exquisite.
If you're an up-and-coming artist, Brooklyn is the place you want to be. There's tons of art shows on a daily basis and lots of cool events, and also a lot of talented people. Now Dylan, when you're not cooking up delicious lattes, this is where I know you spend a lot of your time.
I mean, I do screen printing, so it's like I started with clothes and then like I moved to canvas, and it's kind of ever evolving. This was something I just finished the other day.
Love it, man. Brooklyn is actually larger both in terms of land area and population than Manhattan, making Brooklyn essentially a city within a city. Actually, if Brooklyn were a city of its own, it would be the 4th largest city in the nation. There's also a ton of history in Brooklyn with many innovative breakthroughs. This is where the birth of the first deep-fried Twinkie, Sweet and Low, teddy bears, the country's first roller coaster, Nathan's famous hot dogs, and even my personal favorite, the egg cream. So one of the things that Brooklyn is known for since the early 1900s is egg creams, and this is where they originated, and this was the only place for a while where they were sold. Then they got really popular, then they kind of died out, but now they have brought them back, and there is a shop here in Brooklyn that you guys need to try out. You ever had an egg cream?
I've never had an egg cream.
Do you know what an egg cream is?
I had no idea what it was.
Alright, well you're gonna find out right now, Dylan.
Always trying new things with Brett Conti. Let's go.
Wow. This is why you gotta come to Brooklyn, guys. Pop your egg cream cherry.
Let's do it.
Do you know what's in it?
Well, I know there's chocolate in this one.
Chocolate, a little bit of seltzer. There's actually no egg.
No egg.
No egg.
What about cream? A little bit of cream?
I just don't have any of the.
That's pretty good.
I'll
It's
do
got a
it.
really,
Interesting, right?
it's got a really interesting aftertaste. After you, sir.
Haven't had that in so long.
Oh, you've had this before.
Yeah, my grandfather, Pop, used to live in the Bronx where he grew up, and my dad grew up, and he used to work at an egg cream shop.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so as a little kid, he used to always make me the best egg creams.
Wow. The Conti family tree has a pretty interesting history, everybody.
Yeah, man. Now, as close as Manhattan and Brooklyn are, they're surprisingly different. From the atmosphere, to the culture, to the cost. It really depends what your priorities are for you. But if you prefer living in a place where your money goes a tad further with a lot of classic New York characteristics, then I'd highly recommend Brooklyn to you. So for you guys, comment down below, which one do you prefer? Would you rather be in the chaotic Manhattan or the more quiet Brooklyn? And that's gonna be it for this video, but before we end it, it is my man Dylan Collins' birthday. Go give him a subscribe.
Oh, hi everybody. Hi YouTube. What's up? Brett Conti, you're the best. Love your videos, and like and subscribe, as they say. I like Brooklyn, by the way. I'm a Brooklyn guy, as you guys know.
Well, that's gonna be it, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
So, that's Brooklyn for you. It's a really nice place with some really nice restaurants, but the people, forget about it. Okay, I gotta go check on the sauce now. I'm making spaghetti.